Thank you, Emily. And thank you all for being here, but also here, because we have a lot of people who are not sitting on these chairs, but are sitting at home and joining us online, which is very special. That means we are gathered together here, but also from Canada to Texas and from Hawaii to Germany. So I think that is a wonderful thing to realize, that we are all coming together for these days about and, let's say, with Caspar Hauser. It would be so nice to greet everybody personally. I've been able to see a lot of people here already, and there's so many good friends tuned in online. I think that is very special. And to realize that, yes, we have had these Caspar Hauser festivals on the West Coast and here on the East Coast, and now the 4 campus centers here in Columbia County have helped with the Karl König Institute to bring this about. So thank you so much, all of you, not only Emily, but the 4 campus centers here in Columbia County. And thank you all for being part of this. I do think it is important that we find this common space right now, at this point in time, and looking forwards with this theme of hope. And who could have known that it's going to be such an important theme right now? So, let's see how we go into this, and in meeting each other in personal encounter, but also in meeting this being of Caspar Hauser, who was at the time named the Child of Europe. And I think in the meantime, we have to say the child of the world. And it's been wonderful over the last years, not only to have the Caspar Hauser festivals in Europe, in Germany, but also to go to Britain and to Oslo, to Norway, to Denmark, to Hungary, to Budapest. And so there are little beginnings of such festivals in different places around the world. And I think we are getting some new invitations now. We have an invitation to Italy in next spring, for instance. So I think it is good to know when we come together now that this is an impulse which reaches, to a certain extent at least, around the globe. And Caspar Hauser really does become this child of the world today. And Eckhard Böhmer, who will be speaking this evening, has organized and run the Caspar Hauser festivals in Ansbach, where Caspar Hauser lived the last years of his life and also died. In this town of Ansbach in Germany, he has had Caspar Hauser festivals every 2 years since 1998. So I think that is quite special. It begins to be a force in the world, I would say, of people gathering together, linking hands around the globe, together with this child of the world. And this important theme of hope, it is a theme of our time anyway. And I think it is of importance to realize that Caspar Hauser himself was this symbol of hope way back 200 years, and nevertheless still today. I would like to begin also with a poem. And this one is about the darkness of our age. The darkness of our age waits for wonders, yet so many wonders are there from day to day. The glance from eye to eye, unseen daily wonders, the birth of light while dark storms rage. It's not the neon light of thinking glaring hard, but living rays of heart that we can bring to birth from depths of soul, healing earth. The inner sun is our part, is heavenly hope, love's gentle might. And so this was written a little bit before the election and a little bit before this gathering. So it touches, I hope, the times we are living in and turns to the fact that we human beings are the creators of this inner light and of hope. We do not sit around and wait for hope to happen or be given to us, but it is something that needs creating through every individual. And I think these days together will be part of that process. We have to realize that we will not find the answers for the great questions of our time, for the great problems of our time through politics, through big organizations, through churches, or anything to do with that. We will not find answers to the wars around the world so easily. It is difficult to see any solution to all the problems we have today. There are no easy answers. That is the time we are living in. There are no easy answers, and we cannot expect that the easy answers are brought from somewhere else other than our own hearts. It is our task. We live in these times. We have decided, all of us, to be here right now. Not just this evening, to be in this hall or to be online, but we've decided to be here in these years around 2024. That was our decision to all be together here. And so I think we have to see we are the ones who must certainly hold the solutions. That is the way the world works. So let us help each other to find these answers for the needs of our time together. It is a question for the individual. It is a question for community. And so let us try and form this community around the child of the world. The child who was born at Michaelmas. The child who had a rebirth in Nuremberg when he appeared on the streets. A new birth in a way, where he met the world. That was Pentecost, Whitsun. A Michaelmas child and a Pentecost child. Pentecost, the time where the Spirit fills us with new life and new spirit. So we think of this impulse of the healing spirit that Caspar Hauser brought with him as a Michael-born young person. And not something which was just for his time in the 19th century, but lasted until now and brings people together around the world even now. That is quite amazing, that a child can manage this. And so perhaps we can have this question coming together. What can we then do that something works into the far future? Not just for ourselves, for our own enjoyment to be together. It's a joy to be together with you all. But that we also imagine that we can do something which will work far into the future for the earth, which is so needy. Thank you, and I wish us all together a wonderful time. Thank you. That is the book by Karl Heyer about Caspar Hauser. This was a research project that Rudolf Steiner gave him. And so it's a very interesting, a very important book of Caspar Hauser's research. Has not been translated since 1958. This book was available in German, and now we have managed a translation through help from across the world, a donation particularly from Peru. So imagine, to translate into English, the donation came from Peru. That's, I think, very special. So I wanted to tell you about that this evening. It's over on our book table, and it's very nice because when this book came out in 1958, Karl Heyer and Karl Koenig were friends. And Karl Heyer wanted Karl Koenig to review this book. So in the other Caspar Hauser book by Karl Koenig, you will find his review from 1958. Thank you.